Hello everybody! If you do not know, on our channel, Beard and I have been working on a custom player card expansion for Arkham Horror the card game, and things have been going swimmingly. But Beard, you and I are not ones to think small. It quickly followed from a plan to make 5 investigators and a player card expansion into a long-term plan of making 6 player card expansions.
It did, because we gave ourselves a lot of room to grow, and we are growing.
And also worked really well because our original investigators, they had a deck building that was their main class, and then one of 2 off classes. So we had a second set easily lined up, which was the ones that weren't of this guy's secondary choices. So it then kind of exploded from there. And now we're here continuing this. While the first expansion hasn't been fully locked in, we worked on the investigators for the last expansion a few months before we actually started to work on the player cards. So it should put us at a similar kind of pace for that kind of thing, which is kind of neat. Additionally, Beard, I'll let you kind of explain the bonded cards that we have going on for this second set, because we have a little bit more of a groundwork for this second batch that we didn't really have for the first one.
Sure. So I think it was your idea where you just wanted to have a single bonded card for each class that is used by multiple other cards. So rather than having like Soothing Melody bonded to just the mirror, it'd be like a mirror and a bunch of other cards that would interact with it in different ways.
Yeah.
And each class has its own modus, I think is what I called the cards eventually, where the Guardian one will care about attaching to investigators. The Seeker one will shuffle into your deck. The Rogue one will attach to either an enemy or a treachery. The Mystic one will attach to an asset. And the Survivor one will attach to a location.
Yeah, and I'm just going to also share my screen with you because I realize you can't see this, and now we're doing this. Share this one. So yeah, you can see here, prepared for the Guardian. We have reasoned for Seeker, marked for Rogue, unlocked for Mystic, and then scouted. In their current state right now, they're basically all just like unexpected courages, which is not too exciting for just looking at them right now, but their idea is that they're going to be kind of comboed with other things. Additionally, what this means is that our investigators in this cycle are not necessarily going to require these to be playable, but it's going to kind of give us a general direction of where these investigators want to focus. So, for example, the Survivor investigator, who we're going to be working on today, is going to care, at least in my opinion, Beard, this is what I thought about, should care about cards being attached to locations.
Absolutely. And the fact that the bonded cards just work well with them is complementary, not like joined at the hip.
Yes. So I was also looking at Arkham build, because I think this is an important thing to look at. This guy is going to be Survivor front, Guardian, and Mystic on the backside. So we should quickly just take a look to see about what cards exist in this class combination that has like attached to location.
You know, dude, I think Drifter is in the works for him. We picked 2 traits for everybody just to make sure we have good specialist card coverage.
Yeah, it's actually we don't even have we don't even get a choice for this. Like, it's already done. This guy's a cursed Drifter. We've done a lot on the back end for this one. And then this guy's either going to be a lumberjack or the log driver. He's going to be one of these 2. We're going to just base that on the art as well.
We could ask the audience.
Yeah. Which also is really nice because it works with survival technique, which is kind of where some other stuff happens here as well. I guess I can search location. Let me look at events.
Are you searching Arkham DB or Arkham Build?
Yeah, Arkham Build.
Okay. Because I know what I'd search on Arkham DB, but I'm not that experienced with Arkham Build yet.
Yeah, no, the log drivers came from, once again, the Canadiana. I wanted to, I felt inclined to include as much of it as I could. All right, let's go attach to your location. Technically pitchfork.
Hey.
So he can't do ambush. He can do breach the door. He can do open gates, which is kind of neat.
That's
so
fun.
there's not a lot in the off class here, is what it really comes down to. For just specifically attached to your location. So if we want to do something, we want it, I mean, obviously we can synergize with what we have in the pack, but we also kind of want to make sure we're not putting this guy into a thing that's too narrow, you know?
Yeah. May also help to figure out, like, are we going to make him a fighter or a clover or a flex? Probably.
I feel like because Moose was fighter, my gut tells me this guy should lean a bit more towards clover. But Moose was kind of like a fighting flex, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. We could give him something more like a Joe Diamond stat line.
Yeah. I do like him having like a good... I feel like it'd be fun to have him kind of be like the opposite of Moose. Where like, I mean, Moose's stat line is a perfect survivor stat line, right? But yeah. I feel like willpower feels like, in my mind, for a lumberjack should be higher. I don't know why. They just seem tough as hell, you know?
Well, they are.
They are,
The problem is I think they should also have high fist.
Agility, yeah. And fist. And book, yeah.
Yeah, it's all going wrong.
Okay.
I mean, would it be nuts to give him a fighter stat line, but an ability that deals with clues?
I don't think so. I mean, it also, I suppose, could be nice for Moose to get, like, another cycle of support.
True, because we are making 6 cycles. We can just make, like, the next 2 survivors more clue-leaning.
Yep. Yeah, he can lean fighting.
Stu, what about that one location in City of the Elder Things that has a null shroud?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even 0. He just does not have stats at that location.
Yeah,
they cease to exist.
It's just, uh-oh. Yeah, he has, like, this blank, no stat there. I'm not settled on this. I put this in just as the reverse Moose. Because, I mean, I think that potentially... So, like, what I like about Moose from playing him is that you want his foot to be high, but you have to work for it a bit more. So I'm wondering if it's even like a... What if it's like a... Like this guy's book
like
is 2 and then
Wendy
this is 4. Sorry, what were you saying?
We give him like the reverse Wendy stat line of like 4, 1, 3, 4.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess we should also try to figure out, like, what his ability is going to be. All right, let me look at just level 0 mystics, and right now I'm just looking at the word attach. Interesting. What if it was, instead of attached to a location for a synergy, what if it was attached to a scenario card?
I mean, it could work, but the attached enemies and treacheries isn't in his class or off class.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there. But I mean, there is stuff like bolus, like, so like he has handcuffs, bolus, breach the door, grievous wound, open gate, of course.
Right.
And then if I look at just survivor, I mean, survivor gets the whole thing. Fend off, hiding spot, of course, lures, makeshift traps, shrine of the Morai, snare trap. I mean, there's stuff for just general things there. It's a little bit more open if we include also that. So it doesn't work with, obviously, like the rogue one, which is the other attached to an enemy card, or like treachery.
Yeah. Because with his kit, it's either location, investigator, or asset.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're in the wrong. Sorry. You guys are on the wrong screen there. Let me just search location. That's not going to work for clue cards, I'll tell you that much. No, location's too broad. I mean, what if it is just attach?
Hmm.
We have to look at, like, the player card synergies. Delay the inevitable. I'm looking specifically at level 0 for these here. Let's take out Survivor and look at level 0 for these. I mean, Rod of Carnimagos would have been the same if it was scenario card or not, which is kind of neat. Oh, again, sorry, I have the wrong screen for you guys. But I'm looking at specifically for player cards here. So custom modifications, which he's probably not going to touch. Delay the inevitable. Spectral Shield, Tinker, Trusted. So there's not much more if it just becomes attach on the Guardian and Mystic side.
Okay. I think Parallel Pete's recursion was...
When it's discarded, it leaves play.
Recursion.
You can put it back in your hand, yeah. Jury Rig. It's really just Jury Rig for the other one. No, but I guess also Hunting Jacket would have an attach. Hatchet is also that scenario card. Nightmare Bauble.
I guess it makes sense of the lumberjacks working with a hatchet.
Yeah. Okay, attach might be the way to go, rather than just like try to do things like after you attach a card to another card, effect or something like that could be an okay starting point.
Yeah.
Let's just put that in. Let's see what happens. Attach a card. I guess just to be a player card to another card.
Sure.
Just so you can't be like, you draw a treachery that's like, attach this to your location, and the lumberjack's like, let's go, that's value, you know?
So I guess what does he want most in attaching cards? Does he want card draw? Does he want resources? Does he want additional actions?
I don't think he wants additional actions, because I think Survivor, Mystic, and Guardian is the class that gets that the least between the three of them.
Probably, yeah. Card draw would definitely let him go through his deck fast, but I'm not sure that's really on flavor for the Lumberjack. Or Log Driver, or whatever he's going to be. I want to lean towards resource gain. Because that's sort of what the job is. It's collecting things.
Yep. What are their costs like?
A lot of them are pretty cheap, so it'd pretty much refund themselves if it's one resource.
Yep. That's the thing I'm thinking though, is like, is one resource enough? Like, is that exciting? That's the thing that I'm thinking about, right?
Probably not very exciting, honestly.
Yeah. So like, if it was resources, I think we'd have to start at least 2. It's likewise, like, I'm with you, like, draw a card is easy and it would be good, but it's also just a little bit like there, you know, it's just like, it's,
yeah, there's not much flavor
it's just
to it.
value, right? Yeah.
So I think we need to start thinking a little weird.
I agree. I like weird.
So do we give him some sort of a basement, kind of like George or something like that?
Oh, okay. A basement would be nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how it would work, because typically if you want something attached to something, you don't also want it in the basement. So either yeah.
All right, one second.
Let's think of what we'd want to do in the basement. Would we want it to be like Diana style, where it boosts him up after they're used, or do we want it to be more like Safina, where they're a resource to draw on?
My gut says like he gets them at the start. That's like he's prepared, you know?
That makes sense.
So once per round, you may play a card beneath full name. Let's just go Larry the Logger. As if it was in your hand. And then this, I mean, this could be just like gain 1 resource, right? Because that's kind of just like a bumper ability, right? And then at the start of the game, he could have like a hunch deck kind of thing, right? Where you get like 5 random trait cards beneath him, and we can see if there's like some sort of.
Oh, here's a way we could do it. Like maybe like as part of setup, he just starts discarding cards from the top of his deck, and the first few that he gets go in underneath him, and it's almost like a pseudo short supply as well.
That's a very powerful ability, and I think it would be very unique to have on an investigator.
He might not need the bonus resources then.
Yeah. The thing I'm worried about is if that's too powerful. But I like it. I like it. Okay, what if we kind of mix some of this together? All right, what if we kind of do it like Safina? All right, let's kind of merge all this together. Let me just look up this. I feel like we're getting somewhere interesting though with this. All right. You may take an additional action during your turn. Play your hand. Your hand. And then George Barnaby has an additional setup, right? Yeah, okay. So then let's go like additional setup. Let's just like kind of put some ideas down here. So I think there needs to be some sort of restriction.
I think a good restriction should be, like, he is cursed, right?
Yeah.
He has his weakness under him.
Okay.
And he has to clear all the other cards out from under him before he can deal with that weakness.
Okay, okay.
So it's not only like, these are good cards I want to play, it's like,
Yeah.
I need to pick cards that I could also ostensibly play once per round.
Is there already an investigator that returns attachable cards from the bin to the hand? Yeah, so you're thinking of Parallel Ashcan Pete. He returns them when they're discarded from play. Additional setup. After resolving your mulligan? I like that idea, though, of the weakness being underneath him as well.
Yeah, because it adds some pressure rather than making it just 3 cards in hand.
Discard. I think this is so what I think as well, this should be like discard the top like 12 cards of your deck. Right?
Yeah.
You may place up to 5, or like choose. How does Safina wording on this? Let's just bounce between other cards to make sure this is wording as close as possible. So it'd be choose up to. Choose up to 5 cards and place them beneath this card. Cards in your deck. Choose up to 5 cards and place them beneath this card. All right, so this is all getting a little bit interesting. This is a very intriguing guy we got going on here.
Yeah. I suppose, just based on this, his signature should be a card that he can put under him.
I agree, yes, yeah. I feel like, so my gut's still telling me I think we want some sort of attach perk still. Okay, I think we take away the Bob. I think we go with the original plan. Once per round, you may play a card beneath full name as if it was in your hand. Because I think so many of them are already fast, is kind of what I'm looking at here.
Yeah, a lot of attachments tend to be.
Yeah. I still think a little something like this is going to be important for him.
I mean, with all of this, gain 1 resource seems reasonable because it's not his main thing. It's just a kicker.
I agree. So the other thing that I was, in my gut, I don't know why, but it felt right for me, is like add 1 bless to the bag.
Maybe.
It makes him
cursed rather than blessed.
Yeah, it is. It's doesn't work for that. But what if his weakness was a curse? If it added curse tokens or something. Interesting.
Could.
I think you're right, though. The gain 1 resource is an easy thing to have here.
Elder Sign, you should probably just like choose a card in your discard pile to put beneath him.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I think Elder Sign effects that are 0 are just 0, not +0.
Okay, thank you. Once per round, you may play a card beneath Larry the Logger as if it was in your hand. After you attach a player card to another player card, gain 1 resource, limit once per round. So this basically makes it so that your if you have like an open gate, it's essentially just refunding itself.
Yeah.
And then choose a card in your discard pile to put beneath Larry the Logger. Okay. 5 cards.
You know, I think we can just say choose up to 5 cards and then put which cards in like additional requirements or restrictions on the back here.
I mean, we also could do what they do now, right? Where like this actually like is something that happens in the wording.
Choose up to 5 cards
that attach. Oh yeah, 5 cards that attach. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, we could do that if we wanted to have it be only, like, to once again do this attached synergy here.
I think that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
Which on the front would just see choose a card in your discard pile that attaches.
So the other thing I'm thinking, though, is, like, what if it is basically just, like, a resourceful, and you could actually attach other things to them, but at the start it was limited to just cards that attach.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But Daisy does have a +0? She does have a +0.
Who am I thinking of that has just a 0 then?
Maybe they changed it just to fuck around with us. Keep us on our toes. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if that did happen. Alright, once per round you may play a card beneath Larry the Logger as if it was in your hand. As a reaction, if you attach a player card to another card, gain 1 resource, limit once per round. Elder Sign effect +0. Choose a card in your discard pile to put beneath Larry the Logger. I think this all seems to make sense. And then after drawing your opening hand, discard the top 12 cards of your deck. Choose up to 5 cards that attach and place them beneath this card.
Okay, no, it is +0, I guess. Most of the ones I'm seeing are +0. Is it just a one-time thing? I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like this. I mean, like, this guy has, like, that short supply synergy, too, which I think is kind of neat.
And I still think there'll be something interesting if we also put the
weakness there.
beneath.
Yeah, I agree.
So maybe we should design that now.
Sure.
Before we go much further. Just to have the package deal ready.
It'll be a treachery weakness. And we should have it be flavored around Athaqua, because that's kind of what we're going with the backstory for this guy.
Sure. Let me see what I can do here.
Okay, so then that's going to be... What would that fall under? Would that be under additional setup, probably still? Let me look at Joe Diamond. He'll give me some insight on that. It's part of the additional requirements. All right, Moose, I'm just going to steal some stuff from you.
This one might work.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you think the wording should be, like on this the back of his card for where you when you put his weakness? Would that be like additional setup?
I'd say additional sub just after drawing your well, that would be before drawing your opening hand then.
Yeah.
Maybe just as like a sentence before, just like additional setup, place
Yeah.
weakness name under
Yeah.
beneath this
Place.
card.
Yeah. Weakness beneath this card. Yeah. Okay. And then he gets a few line of flavor.
Oh, he's a simple man.
He loves Canada and poutine. What's more to like about to like up here?
My friend showed me a clip from some VTuber from Japan that was like saying she'd love to visit Canada, and she started listing out the things she liked about Canada, which was salmon, maple syrup, maple syrup again, salmon again, waffles.
Okay,
and that's where she left it.
Okay. I mean, we do have good salmon. We do have good salmon. I mean, a lot of places have good salmon. It's true. But we do have good salmon. That's no lie.
Whatever you got it.
Okay, I think what I want to do is I want to remove the knife from his hand in the picture.
Zoom in on
just because it reads a bit more like an enemy, and this can kind of be more of a vision like this, you know?
Yeah, with the branches in the background looking more like antlers too.
Yeah. Okay, let's just call it like, let's go with Visions right now for working title, just so we can have full name on this. All right, and it'd be like a forced thing, right? Or even just like a passive.
Yeah, passive thing like while there are one or more other cards beneath full name. Well, it should probably not be a basic weakness too. It should be a weakness. So it could just keep loading up curse tokens, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
It's like forced at the end of the round if there are one or more other cards beneath him. Add 2 curse tokens to the chaos bag, something like that.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to make it, I guess that would be. Yeah. I guess the forced effect to get rid of it would be if there are no other cards beneath Larry, discard it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it might need to stay forever.
Well, it definitely can.
Yeah.
I guess because it's only active if there are one or more other cards.
Yeah. I feel like this guy also might be strong enough that he could have another weakness in his deck. Like a little softer one as well.
I can see that. I mean, you could have an enemy weakness, and we could use this art for that enemy.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty cool.
Now I'll see if I can find that seems more vision-y.
Yeah. Especially if like has to do with like frost or like chill is like I think a good thing. And I think as a whole these should probably be pretty simple. Just because he has if he has 2 weaknesses, we don't want to have too many cards, but I feel like he needs to have one in his deck because he is very powerful.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god, there we go. I just did a... I tried to... I had my Photoshop instincts in of holding shift to drop it down in a straight line, but that apparently changes the size of the picture. And he just became like huge and then small as I panicked.
So I think this guy should, because of his ability, just have like forced if full name would be discarded from your deck, shuffle him back into your deck.
I agree 100%, yeah. Is discarded. It would be discarded or is discarded?
I guess it would be after it is discarded from your deck.
After. Deck. Shuffle. Full name. Does humanoid go before everything else?
Typically, yeah. It would be like humanoid cultist.
Yeah. Hunter. And maybe like alert. I think this guy doesn't need like a lot more than this, because if he's going to have two weaknesses, we can keep them both relatively simple, right?
Yeah.
Man, do they really not have... No, they usually... Oh, yeah, there is something missing there. There it is. There's the symbol. I was like, there's something wrong here. I've solved the mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess what we can also do is, I think this is pretty alright, like a little passive. Attach player cards to other cards.
This one might work. Or the other one.
Yes, that looks great. So I just added that little line about, it's like the Will York. You cannot attach player cards to other cards.
Does that apply to everyone globally, or?
No, I guess, let's go while engaged with... Looking through the list, the only trait that is ever listed before humanoid is vehicle. That's a fun trivia fact.
Is there a humanoid vehicle?
Yes, in the guys in Horror and High Gear, I'm pretty sure they probably are.
Oh, that is true, yeah. For a second, I thought it was just like you just piggybacking on a guy that runs really fast. What's up?
Oh, I'm just trying to think of the visions here. What the passive effect for this is going to be.
Well, what would... Like, we don't want to, like, directly counter him, but maybe it would be something like... It could be, like, a good thing and a bad thing. Like, at the end of the round, if there's one or more other cards beneath him, you just, like, keep milling your deck.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Carboning. Larry the Logger as if it was in your hand. Have to attach a player card to another card, gain 1 resource. Northern Hunter. While engaged with Northern Hunter, you cannot attach player cards to other cards. After Northern Hunter is discarded from your deck, shuffle. I guess it'd be like shuffle it into your deck.
Actually, you could just say after he's discarded from your deck. Well, no, because that would like force him to be in play like right if
on
you
the turn, yeah, turn 0, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that.
I mean, this is interesting. You're thinking about the milling. I'm just wondering if that's like some memory stuff to keep track of at the end of each of your turns.
It would be, yeah. So it'd have to be something like that interacts when another card is chosen.
Yeah. Alternatively, we can make him like a reverse Diana, where he's weaker when he has cards beneath him, but stronger when he's like through all of his stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
For round, you play Carboning Larry the Logger as if it was in your hand. After you attach a player card to another card, gain 1 resource. Place weakness beneath this card. After drawing your opening hand, discard the top 12 cards of your deck. Choose up to 5 cards that attach and place them beneath this card.
At the risk of overcomplicating things, we could do some kind of thing like parallel Jim Spirit deck works, where they're all beneath this card instead of beneath him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to interact with it in some way or another
to
get those cards. But then we have to rewrite everything we've written so far.
Yeah. I have a slightly strange idea.
Let's hear it.
Well, there are 1 or more other cards beneath Larry the Logger. Sorry, how's this? When one or more other, when there are one or more player cards beneath Larry the Logger. Oh, no. I'm gonna write this. I think it's a little bit fricked up, but this might be something to do. His maximum hand size is reduced by that amount. So it's like kind of Safina as well, right? It's like you're sacrificing, like you can have like 7 cards in your discard piles, like a secondary opening hand, but you're missing. Your starting hand size is going to be lower on the end of the first turn.
I get what you're saying. That feels too George coded.
It is very George coded. I think that's very fair.
I do like the line of thinking, though.
I mean, what we could... Why not just Diana? He gets -1 willpower for that amount. His willpower is reduced by that amount.
I mean, we definitely could. I mean, at this point, there's you could just put, you get -1 will for each player card beneath Larry the Logger.
Oh no, beneath. I guess the question though is that just like a card that's just another card? Like, is that just like another card we're adding for extra rules text, right? Because I think your original idea of there being a downside of playing cards from beneath it is a little bit more interesting, right?
Yeah, rather than just a straight debuff at the start of the game. So it'd be like forced after you play a card from beneath Larry.
Okay. I have an idea. I have a slightly strange idea.
Already?
Let's go, event? Visions. So what if it's an event if it's not played at the end of the game, it has like a negative effect. It's kind of like Agnes's weakness.
Oh yeah, that's a lot simpler.
Or if it's not played at the end of the game, you have a negative downside.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, okay. I think, yeah.
I don't know why we didn't strike on that a lot earlier.
But that's the beauty of design, right? Alright, you can go away. It's a neat idea, but I think that this is just cleaner. And it's like, I think it's exactly what you intended, too.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so let me just go like this. Attached is beneath Larry the Logger. The Logger, you suffer 1 mental trauma. Let's just start there. Easy clean, right?
Yeah, nice and straightforward.
All right, what should the negative effect be?
Should it be something that attaches or just a one-time thing?
I think attaching is cool, but I think the one-time thing might just be cleaner. But it attaching has like that flavor resonance, you know?
Yeah, like attach this to Larry.
Yeah.
And then...
I mean, I think it could even be attached to an investigator. I think maybe we could do something with that. Yeah, so it could be attached to Larry the Logger or just an investigator at your location.
Not sure how to word it, but it'd be like... like play... No, it's going to be too complicated. I better just do something simpler. Could just be a straight, gets -1 to each of their skills.
Yeah. Is it attached investigator?
Yeah.
-1 to each of their skills.
Just attach it to Preston. He's like, all right.
Yeah. And then, like, it should be pretty expensive. Like, it should cost 3.
Yeah, because if it is attached, you still get to benefit unless we say non-weakness.
Oh, yeah, then it should probably cost 4 then. Because then it costs 3, right? Or is it only player card? Actually, is this... No, it's not a player card, right?
I'm not sure if the events count as player cards because you still have to play them.
All right, let's do 4 then, just to keep it safe. Attached to an investigator location. Attached investigator gets -1 to each of their skills.
Maybe discard when the agenda advances.
I think it should be permanent.
That is very tough.
But you also can, like, choose when you put it out, right?
True, if you want to save your money to the end of the game, but then it doesn't really have any teeth.
But that's kind of like Preston's, right? Lodge Debt's very similar.
True.
And I think because he also has an enemy weakness, right?
Yeah, because he has the additional weakness, I guess it's not too bad.
I guess also see when the game ends or you're eliminated. Larry the Logger, you suffer 1 mental trauma. Is Beneath attached to? Yes. I was looking at Safina's for her wording. Yeah. Safina used Beneath for everything. Whoops. But why should you play it? Do you like mental trauma? Like, at the trauma, if it stays in hand, it's not in your hand. You can keep in your... You guys don't know. You guys are speaking with ill information. It's attached. It's placed beneath you at the start of the game. It's beneath you at the start of the game. It's attached to your investigator at the start of the game. Down here, additional setup, place weakness beneath this card, so that's that weakness right there. So yeah, you're forced to interact with it. You're forced to interact with it. Yeah, play the instant before you resign if there's total safety, assuming that you have the resources, you have the action, you're not pressured. Otherwise, yeah, it's like Lodge Debts. Lodge Debts is very similar, right? But yeah,
Yep.
You could definitely game it. That's why he also has an enemy in his deck as well. Because I like it, because the visions are very passive, but the hunter is very active, right? And I think that works pretty well. I was like, we're done. No, we have his signature. Yeah, I think Recurrent is better, just because it could be in if it's draw it when he's discarded, he could be there on turn 0, and that seems like a no-no. That seems like something, if it happened to me in a testing, I'd be like, that's not well designed.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be upset, like, we have to deal with this before I can get anything out.
Yep. Couldn't it interfere with Northern Hunter?
I don't see how, because that event, like the weakness event, doesn't attach to anything.
Yeah. Oh no, it does. Attach to an investigator.
Oh yeah.
So you can't. Yeah, if you draw this guy on the last turn, it can cause you to have to like kill this guy before you can attach it. Yes. He does mill 12 cards during setup, and that's how he gets cards beneath him. Okay, his signature. I think it should be an event, because those attach.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a good call. Choose up to 5 cards from your discard pile. Good call, Dice Gods. To your deck, choose up to 5 cards in your discard pile that attach. Nope, sorry, it should be story? And then its level is none. That's how this goes.
That'd be neutral, because it doesn't have like a set icon.
Ah, thank you. Neutral. Okay.
I think we should pick the art for the guy now, so we can maybe get inspired off of art for the signature.
Okay. So we have 3 here. Let me just download them all, and we can throw them in various, so we can kind of see how they look. You. So I think the log driver art doesn't fit for this guy's vibe anymore. He seems a little bit more morose, but we should include this log driver as an ally, I think.
Just for the a general player card?
Yeah. I think so.
Behind it.
Because I feel like this guy is Larry the Logger. He ain't freaking happy. I'll tell you that much.
Now he's welcome in Arkham.
Yeah. Let me just hide this for a bit while I just move some files over.
I will say that's what always annoyed me about Kohaku. I'm like, what are you talking about? He has job satisfaction and a husband that he loves. What is he doing in Arkham?
It's because that's although he loves all the weird shit, it actually just makes him so happy.
All right. Like, let's go. We love being haunted by yokai.
All right. We have some options for our lumberjack here. We got this guy. Larry the Logger. So that's option number 1. And then option number 2 is this guy. I like this guy a lot. And I think like he'll cut out really well.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go with him?
I think so.
Okay.
And the artist name should be...
It's unknown.
Oh, my good friend.
Yeah.
Try Tin Eye again.
Why don't we go with his first name being Lawrence? I'm pretty sure that's a French-Canadian name.
Definitely can be.
Lawrence? Oh no, it's feminine in Canada, in French Canadian. So we should come with I think a French Canadian name would be sick.
Sure, I'll look something up.
Yeah, I'm poking some stuff here too. Lauren. Yeah, Lauren could work. Like that.
Hi, Lauren.
Yeah. And here are top 10 family names in Quebec in the year 1881. Roy, Gagnon, sorry if I can't speak French, Tremblay, Gauthier, Morin.
Let's see.
You're French? Oh, you know what? Then you're the expert here. Is this guy going to be in the set with the hockey player? No, the hockey player is coming in set 6.
So
no, sorry.
We don't know.
Hockey player
which
is...
of the... sorry.
Hockey player set 3.
But we also don't know what order we're doing the next 4 in because...
That is correct. Yeah, it can be changed. And it also probably should be changed because he's probably going to be a fighter.
Yes. Because specifically you want him to be a goon.
Yeah. He's got to be.
Let's see here.
I kind of like this one as well, if you can't find anything else. So this, it means from, it's derived from the word to mean laborer or cultivator. And it was a surname that was popular in 1881 in Quebec. And he is a lumberjack.
I think that's fine. For my limited French, I think his name is Laurence Gagnon.
That's pretty sweet. Laurence Gagnon. Okay.
I think Kirstein should be able to tell me if I did that vaguely correctly.
Sorry, Larry the Logger. I mean, you are still technically Larry the Logger. Oh, that's interesting. Lalonde is good because it refers to an old logger tool. Do you have a preference between the two?
I like Gagnon just because Laurent Lalonde has kind of a
Superhero vibe to it?
yeah, Peter Parker, Clark Kent kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Lalonde is good, though.
It is. Alright, so then this needs to say deck only. I hate that so much.
Yeah, it's silly.
Okay. And then I can also go, sorry, let me just... I appreciate the intel, though, that you're sharing with all this. One copy of... I guess... I mean, we also can look at these names for them. They need, like, actual names. Like, I'm okay with Northern Hunter, but I still feel like it could... That's a placeholder name, you know?
Yeah. Oh, the Visions card also needs some traits.
Yes.
Probably Omen.
Yep. Okay, so we probably want, yeah, we want something that attaches.
And because of the oeuvre of the set here, maybe you should attach to a location.
Yeah.
There's somebody in chat here. It might have been Dice Gods. No, it was Cursine. It said like a log pile.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
I don't know. Let me search art files and see if I can find anything inspiring.
All right, what the hell should his signature do? My gut is telling me that his signature should be some form of recursion.
Getting it back into his deck, getting it into his hand, getting it back under him.
That's a great question. The answer to that is potentially yes. After... Oh, also his stats. We should change his stats.
Oh yeah, where we change it to.
I think either 8-6 or 9-5, right? He should have a little bit less horror to make also the visions a little bit scarier.
8-6 seems about right because we don't want to do.
Yeah, we don't want him to be locked into like a.
Like the Roland 9-5 have some trauma.
Yeah. Yeah, him going down to like an 8-5 on the first one is kind of okay, and then the second one is a little bit spookier. Very strong stat line.
I still feel like he should have 4 fight versus 3, though. Just... I don't know, 3-1-4-4?
Yeah.
Or 4-1-4-3 if we want to...
No, I think we got to put the stress on the horror. Kind of like Silas, you know?
Yeah.
He's a little bit sturdier than Silas.
Yeah, a little more optimized stat line because they didn't want to give people one book for the longest time.
Mm-hmm. What is Moose? I wouldn't be opposed to this. 3-2-4-3.
True, but that is the Will Yorick stat line.
Yeah, and we probably don't want to compete directly with it. We'll see how he feels. I think this is an okay stat line to see how he feels in testing. I think this guy will have some interesting discoveries in testing that we might not be able to see right now.
Yeah.
Do we know if weaknesses are player cards when they're in your discard pile?
I don't know. It's...
Chat, do you guys know? Are weaknesses player cards if they're in your discard pile?
Because I thought they only turned into encounter cards when they were in play.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just looking into Zelda sign, and you can lock weaknesses under there right now. But I put non-weakness, but it made the text a little bit too... Like, it looks really nice right now. And a player card would like that. But I think they might be player cards when they're in your discard pile.
I think it's okay to put non-weakness, and everything will shift anyway if we put like a one-line quote for him.
I guess that doesn't look too bad. How do you justify his 4 speed in his storyline? Oh, you know what? I'll tell you. So when I was in Alaska over the summer, I went to a lumberjack show, and those motherfuckers climb up at vertical trees, and that's both strength and speed, baby. They're insane. Those were fast men.
I saw a lumberjack show at the state fair here, and they were up like a 35-foot pole and back down again in like 12 seconds.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. They're fast motherfuckers. Okay. Back to the signature.
So I guess what does he want out of these events? Does he want to like make a location to focus on? Does he want to like get a benefit after a location has been fully cleared and everybody's moving on?
Yeah, so the thing that's interesting with Scouted is it doesn't actually work with this guy because it's during an investigation or test printed on the attached location. Like, he has the synergy with his ability, but is he, like, he's not really using it for himself, right? Are we getting a little bit of an issue here?
I mean, we could change that just to be during a test at the attached location to make it less restrictive.
Yeah, does that work with marked?
I think there's fine overlap because you could attach that to an enemy that could move,
Yeah.
or a treachery in somebody's threat area that could also move.
We also could make it just generally weaker, right? During a test at the attached location, discard full name, you get +1. Like, they're just, like, slightly weaker because they're a bit more universal.
Yeah, we may also do that for the Guardian one.
Yeah. That's stuff that we will have to see how that feels in play. But I think already that's a nice change. It still works with him. And it's just, I think it's, like, less good. Like, for example, I think, like, Reasoned probably should stay at +2 because you have to find it, right? But, like, some of these other ones that go... But I think that... I like that. I think that already feels nice for that. Yeah, so what does he want to get from these? So from Scouted, he wants to just get, like, skill value, but mostly I think, like, resources. Especially if it's, like, a recurring thing, he gets it for free, right?
Yeah. Because if it is 0 cost, he'll get positive money on it.
Yeah.
Well,
I have
if it's something... Oh, go ahead with your idea.
I have a slightly strange idea. At the end of the round, up to 5 resources. May return each investigator at attached location. One second. And X is spent. Teamwork. We're just trees. So this is something that my gut first came here for this. My theory for it, at least on the thing, is like his weakness can affect other people, so I feel like his signature should as well in a way. I don't know if this recursion is too strong, but I feel like some sort of discard synergy is nice. I feel like the spending the resources is a way to also, like, scale it a bit. And I also like that his weakness, if his weakness costs a bunch of resources, it makes this harder to, like, trigger reliably. That's kind of just my general thought process there.
Sure.
I don't know that, former hockey player, but that would be a fun thing to make a reference to for sure.
Where does it return a card from?
Oh, discard pile. Yeah, let me put that in. I was like Shrine of the Morai. Like this probably is too strong, but this is kind of like where...
My idea was a little smaller scale.
Okay.
Where it does a minor effect, but then it just shuffles into your deck again.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
So you get resources and something else, and then it'll recur itself.
Okay, okay. Let me look at some other attached cards for some wording on this. Yeah. Okay, what if we kind of like base on it like a shortcut? Attach location gains. Attach your location, attach location gains. Interesting.
Well, I found more log driver picks while looking for that.
Let's go! Choose a non-weakness card in your discard pile, put beneath him. Trees attached to your... Lost trees. Card beneath it as if it was in your hand. Resource. I mean, this card should probably be fast, too. Because we had that, the Maxwell Pike fiasco.
Yeah.
Where it was just like... Especially if like the plan is for this to pop up multiple times, right?
Yeah.
I have the Satan on my shoulder, telling me to just draw a card here.
How about if it's like some synergy with like Dark Horse Man LeBrand? So like at the end of the round, everybody here gains a resource or 2 resources if you have no resources.
That's interesting.
So if you're attaching a location, it's basically saying like, come here and spend all your resources.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Let's say that. That's a little bit fun. At the end of the investigator phase, discard full name. Or no, it would be at the end of the investigator phase. Each investigator at attached location gains 1 resource. 2 resources instead if they have no resources in their resource pool. Shuffle. This might be able to lose fast with that now. And we can use the attached location gains. Maybe it still needs fast. It's just recurable, which is a little bit spooky, you know?
What's less recurable being a neutral card.
Yeah.
Without
Well, no,
a
but I mean,
level.
like, because I liked your idea of it shuffling back in. Did we want to drop that?
I think shuffling into the deck is fine because after the game starts, survivors can't tap into their deck as easily.
Yeah. All right. So this is a fast, like, basically a fast emergency cash if the stars align for this guy. I can get behind that.
And he'll be very event heavy.
Yep. All right, let's choose one of these arts. Is there one you like the most?
Not particularly. I'm still browsing here.
There's going to be some good shit we can use for some player cards here.
Oh, wait. This one might work.
Hurling down and down white waters. You say you think you just found one?
Yeah, I just need to find a way to save it here in just a sec.
Sure.
I can't make out the signature at the bottom, but this is a good one. Looks like Bull Strut or something like that.
All right. I kind of like this one you had too. This one looks really nice. I think that one looks nicer on the card.
Yeah.
All right. Investigator phase. Each investigator at a task location gets one resource, 2 resources instead if they have no resources in their resource pool. That's a neat idea.
That last 2 resources would be in like parentheses after the first one.
Should the shuffle this be in, and should the shuffle come before?
No, it'd be like each investigator at the attached location gains 1 resource, then parentheses, and then
Cool.
Yeah, like that.
Perfect. Okay, we should name some stuff, and we need a trait for this.
Yeah, this would be supply.
Yeah.
Maybe also let's see.
If it's a supply, they can have trees in their backpack. Let's go.
I think we just leave it at supply.
Yeah. And I feel like we need to have like some sort of like blank harvest for the name. Like good harvest. Something like that. Or even like felling. I think that's like if you fell a tree, I think that's the verb for it.
It is, yeah. Or like a good haul, something like that.
Yeah. Good haul. We didn't have a fortunate felling, like good haul.
And just good day's work.
Yeah.
Let me check something.
I actually kind of want to give this no icons. I feel like the intention in this card is you play it on your location, and I feel like we only give that option to the players. Because it's free, right? Like, it's literally free.
Yeah. Let me check something.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at like the pelt delivery one, and that was just item supply. I don't think this necessarily needs to be an item.
No, I think supply is good. Everyone's happy you can put it in your backpack and carry it on the wooden sledge, too. I like Good Day's Work as a name, but I don't like how the apostrophe is so high in the title. I kind of want to change it.
True.
Call this one working hard. Call this one hardly working.
Oh no. I know there's like a proper word in there somewhere. I just gotta dig for it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can start looking at these other ones. All right, I would love it if this his signature weakness, we actually just like called it like a thought was something. Just like to really just have this all fit.
Yeah. It'd be like
Trying to have like a cooler word for like cultist or worshiper. I had like a thought was hand, but I feel like because we don't see his hand, it doesn't really fit.
Maybe just something like Servant of the North Wind.
That's a nice spell, servant. Yeah, I'm down for that. Add some flavor text. Maybe like something he says to Laurent.
Let me see here. That's pretty on the nose.
Oh, interesting. There in the Call of Cthulhu, there is an expansion that is the Secret Order of the Windwalker, a Toronto, Canada-based cult. We could reference that and call this Servant of the Windwalker.
Perfect. I just found this while looking for other things.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
You probably put like 1 or 2 spacing between the text there and the... Not like a line break like that, but just like put 1 or 2 in like the spacing between the blocks.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see. I always forget about that one. There we go.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay,
yeah,
Servant of the Wind.
Windwalker.
Okay, so then we come back to here. Are we satisfied with the good haul, or are we going to try to pick something a little bit?
I'll still keep thinking on that.
All right.
See what you can do for that one.
And then Visions. I mean, I like what you had for Northern Wind. We can bring that back into this somehow. Little cold outside, eh? You are not allowed to say "eh." That is our word.
Maybe just something like unnatural chill or something like that.
Unnatural chill. Yeah, I dig it. Alright, place unnatural chill. And then we have 1 copy of...
I don't think you need the 1 copy of if there is only 1 copy.
Oh, really?
Let me see.
That's what we had for those guys. I just copied that from that. Let's check, though.
Like on the back of like Daisy's, for example, it just says Daisy's.
It just says Duke. Okay, so I'll have to fix that for all those other guys, because at least I think they might all have it.
Oops. Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
yeah,
I'll make a note to do
numbered
that.
ones are if there's multiple copies of something rather than 1. That at least saves some space.
Yep. Servant of the Windwalker. Unnatural chill. 1 random basic weakness, and then good hull.
We can just keep it as good haul for now and come back to it if we come up with a better name later.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's our guy.
He's come together quite well here.
Yeah, I think he's our most complicated guy, but I think he actually is very easy in practice once you strip that all down.
Yeah, there's a bit of setup at the start of each game, but after that, he's got a pretty straightforward play loop.
Yep. So 3144, once per round, you may play a card beneath Laurent Gagnon as if it was in your hand. As a reaction, after you attach a player card to another card, gain 1 resource limit once per round. Elder Sign effect is +0. Choose a non-weakness card in your discard pile to put beneath him. Deck size is 30. Secondary class at deck creation, choose... Oh, that should not be Rogue. That should be Mystic. I changed the symbol, but I didn't change the name. There we go. Decoration, choose Guardian or Mystic. Deck building options, Survivor card 0 to 5, Neutral card 0 to 5, level 0 cards your chosen secondary class. His deck building requirements are Good Hull, Servant of the Windwalker, Unnatural Chill, 1 random basic weakness. Additional setup, place a Natural Chill beneath this card. After drawing your opening hand, discard the top 12 cards of your deck. Choose up to 5 cards from your discard pile that attach and place them beneath this card. How much line do we have for flavor? We can get a little bit. We can get like 2 lines in there.
Well, if you do 3, yeah, it'll push it up like that, and it looks fine.
Yeah, 4 is too much. Yeah, 3. That's enough to get him down.
And he's a simple man.
His signature weaknesses. Let's start with the signature card again. Let's read that. Good Haul, 0 cost, fast, attached to your location. Forced, at the end of the investigator phase, each investigator attached location gains 1 resource.
It should be investigation phase.
Thank you. End of the investigation. Oh, no, it's this one. Investigation phase.
Shouldn't shift anything.
At the end of the investigation phase, each investigator attached location gains 1 resource, 2 resources instead if they have no resources in their resource pool. Shuffle Good Haul into your deck. I like this guy because he's going to work well with Fire Axe.
Mm-hmm.
Servant of the Windwalker. Sorry?
And Hatchet with his stat line.
Yes, yes. Servant of the Windwalker, Alert Hunter, 3/3/3. While engaged with Servant of the Windwalker, you cannot attach player cards to other cards. Forced, after Servant of the Windwalker is discarded from your deck, shuffle it into your deck. That's basically just to counteract short supply and then also his opening spread. And then we have a Natural Chill, a 4-cost event attached to an investigator at your location. Attached investigator gets -1 to each of their skills. Forced, when the game ends or you are eliminated if a Natural Chill is beneath him, you suffer 1 mental trauma. I think as a whole, this turned out to be a really tight design for something, especially with something that has a lot of it's a few different pieces.
Like, there's a lot of things, but each individual thing is pretty easy to grok.
Yep, agreed. Yeah, it's one of those things where I think, like you said, like it's going to be, you read them a lot and there's a lot to read, but then as soon as you put it into practice, it's actually pretty basic.
I guess it's like George in that sense. Yep. I think George is a little more complicated to think about.
I think in the gameplay, this guy's going to be very simple to play. And it's going to be fun making some cards that attach to things. And I'm very curious. I mean, I feel like this is a guy that I might actually try to play Grievous Wound in.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Pays for itself.
And I think the Unnatural Chill, there's going to be times when people could just ignore it, because Survivors also have some good stuff for that. Like, just the horror is a little bit less scary on this side than compared to, like, a Guardian. So the only thing I'm curious about, and I should end this video here. I want to look at something after, but I'm going to do that after this video. Thanks for everybody who watched. Again, we're going to have 4 more investigators that we're going to be poking at slowly over the next few months on the channel, and then we're going to be diving in and doing set 2, which should be pretty cool. I mean, I think that this guy's made me very hyped for it. I think this is a very clever design, and he's very different than Parallel Ashcan Pete, so I think we got a big mission accomplished with that.
For sure.
In the meantime, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you want to check this out, I stream every Tuesday and Friday for Arkham. Beard usually joins me on Friday, so if it's Friday right now, you should come watch. In the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.